Like I said before, it's like when you get a great team like Print Theory, Daniel, Sarah, Daniela, Baltimore, and you get Ro and Jen, you put those two things together, you can still hear podcast, boy. I'm just telling you, man, you get some great things going. What's up, everybody, man? This is it, season 2, episode 2. It's not this is it, it's beginning. You know, I just want to say, man, last week's podcast was freaking amazing. Go check that out with my boy, Micah D'Ailey. Man, such a dope podcast out in Merced, California. Don't mind sharing the title. Was the Central Valley's #1 podcasts. Me and him got it going on. I love you, Micah. But yes, my name's Jose Cruz. Yes, your favorite Native American. And again, like I said, we're back at it again, man. I'm super excited to be back. I know we've taken a break to kind of give you guys a quick update before I get into my topic of today. I've been busy, man. My Kairos Media Productions has taken a big leap up. Or is that house? I don't know. But it's just growing, man. So I did a lot of rebranding. I built my website. I think I've changed my personal from what I've been doing for my business, you know, at least content creating, because I'm no longer a content creator. Everyone's a content creator. If anybody has a phone, especially the iPhone 13 Pro Max, which I'm gonna get, I mean, I hate that because it makes these cameras so obsolete, man, because that thing takes some dope videos, some dope photos. But again, like I said, man, everyone's a content creator if you have that type of phone. But now, let's kind of give it a more official term, because I've been kind of seeing this going around, is that henceforth, I am a professional content creator. That's what sets me apart. Really does, you know, because the job clients I'm landing now, big jobs. You know, I got clients on the East Coast now where we work via WhatsApp and all that. We connect and talk that way. Got a couple of big clients here in the Central Valley. So again, the production is doing great, man. I mean, we're building, we're growing. Just been super busy. So taking a break was actually one of the best things I could have done, man, because I probably would have quit, you know, because that's how crazy it's getting, man. Because I've hired an editor, another shooter, and I've been training my daughter how to edit, so she helps me edit. So we got a good team here. Got the wifey, she's learning B-roll. She's actually shooting a lot of stuff on her own now. And so yeah, that's where we've been. I'm still here. You know, we've shot a few, not a few, but we, you know, shot a remote pod over at man, it's slipping my brain, the Clovis Veterans Memorial Hall with Brandy. That was a great time. You've seen B-roll and all that. And you know, we look at this shirt I got on. Maybe go to this camera. Look at this right there, son. Man, don't mind me. I just had a big old bowl of pho. And also, man, look at these hats, man. I'm super excited. I'm all decked out and still here, son. But yeah, you know, on that note, you guys head over to our Instagram. You know, hit our view shop. If you guys are on Facebook, for all your old folk, hit the shop, look up. All that's there, man. Put your orders in, man. We got some nice merch, man. You know, we're actually kind of running out of these. You know, it's a good thing. So we have men t-shirts. We have this in military green, this color. And we have military green and tank tops. Very minimal, very few. So you guys get those orders in. It's going to be hot. Summer is here. I'm not ready for the summer. So, but yeah, we've been just killing it, man. Shout out Print Theory, man, hooking us up. You know, we have, man, we have a good connection with those guys. Those guys are putting out huge numbers of our merch, and we got a lot of cool stuff planned with them. Man, shout out Ro for these designs, you know, because again, man, we need to just know great people. And like I said before, and you know, where do we grow from here? Like I said before, it's like when you get a great team like Print Theory, Daniel, Sarah, Daniela, Baltimore, and you get Ro and Jen, you put those two things together, you can still hear podcast, boy. I'm just telling you, man, you get some great things going. So yeah, that's what we've been up to, man. Selling merch, getting businesses, doing live events, live lectures, business, man, business. Like you guys see behind me, like I said, right there, that box, everything you see right here is in that box. So we have this 2 times. All we got to do is pack up all these cameras, tripods, man, and you have still here on the road, same quality, son. So yeah, man, we're very minimal, killing it, man, and super excited. But let's get into this topic, man, where my heart has been these past few weeks, this past month since taking a break from season 1, which reminds me, go check out those episodes. Don't sleep on those, guys. Downloads are still doing really good. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, man, I know a lot of you guys are downloading those and still showing us some love. I love you forever. But go check them out. Go check out our pilot episodes, man. We have some dope stuff out there, some real stuff. So, yeah, but on to season 2, episode 2 with your boy, Jose Cruz. Like I said, I built my website. Took a little bit, kind of learn. I remember the first time I tried to do my website, just had no patience. I was trying to use Squarespace. I've heard nothing but great things about it, but I couldn't do it, man. And so it's like I dropped like $275 for the whole year, and I didn't touch it once, so I ended up wasting money, and I kept telling my wife, like, I'm gonna do it. She's all right, you spent the money, do it. I'm gonna do it. Never did. And I finally built my website, man. I went through another host or whatever, and so to kind of get on my point is that on my website, I put one of my favorite quotes, because right the first page is about, you'll see a picture of me, a cute, adorable picture of me, because I'm cute, just like you, but you're cuter. But it just says like, hey, who I am, what are your favorite Native American, and then right in the middle, put a quote from my boy Tony Montana, one of my favorite movies, one of my favorite characters, man. That boy is crazy, but he says there's 2 things in this world that I never break, man, is my balls for anybody and my word. And so that's kind of really where I've been, man, is my word. I would say the past 2 months, 3 months, I've experienced a lot of people have been saying certain things. Oh, well, we're going to do this. Let's do this. I'm with you. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. But never follow through. I think I'm at this point in life, especially with society, man, it's just that once you say something, and I think that's why I'm so careful now on this podcast. And it's not so much why I'm careful about offending people, because I really don't care. Whatever you believe, whatever you identify yourself, I don't care. It's not my business. So why try to make it mine? But again, I'm careful on what I say, because there are things that I have to live by, and it's my word. And I think nowadays, I know nowadays, doing these type of, or being a part of these type of platforms, podcasting, I think people get in the habit of just saying stuff. I believe, and I know for a fact, people get in the habit of regurgitating this type of stuff and not realizing what they say. Because I want to say, only reason why I feel like this is super important to me is that because I knew the fact that I was being a hypocrite on the first podcast, Unfiltered Podcast. Many of you guys know I was a part of that show. We parted our ways on some crappy terms. I'm not on my fault. But I was some kind of way. And I was drinking. I was doing a lot of stupid stuff, but I was trying to motivate. But yeah, I would get faded. I guess I hit on some dude's girl. Try to maybe fight a couple people. I don't know. But yeah, my last pod, I was like talking about, oh, we need to respect each other. Oh, we need to be like this. Oh, we need to be like that. And it's like, you get called out. They're like, well, that's not what you did the other night. So again, like one of my mentors always used to tell me, Jose, if you're pointing a finger at somebody, man, remember there's always 3 more pointing it right back at you. So yes, that stuck with me. So, and I think now with today's podcast, today's topic, man, is that it's your word. Whatever you say, are you the type of person that sticks with your word because you said it, or you're going part of an emotion or a feeling or some type of moment, getting caught up in the moment in your emotions, and you blah, 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 but then nothing. And I think we've just kind of let that go, that we think that it's all right. Well, everyone else is not following through, so why should I? And I think, and I'll say it, man, people like me are rare because there are people that say stuff and follow through. There are a few people that I know personally that are legit. And then there's a bunch of people that I know that don't follow through. A good example, did a job for somebody, took some pictures. He was like, yo, how much? I'm like, you know what? Just take me out, man. Buy me a can of manure. Take me out some lunch or something like that. Did the job, whatever, nothing. Gave me all this hype of, oh, dude, we're going to use you for this. We're going to use you for that. We're going to use you for video and nothing, And so I've had that happen to me a lot to where people promise things and people tell me things and they're just like, nothing. After they get what they want from you, nothing. They said it, and I think that's kind of where, not kind of, but again, that's where I've been because it's been a minute. I haven't hung out with a lot of my friends lately. It's not like they don't like me. I think they just know me. They're like, yeah, I want to call Jose, but I don't know if I'm going to really do it or we'll go out, because they know I'll hold them like, yo, that's not what you said though. So I think if people are potentially going to call me, especially my closest friends, they're going to know like it's going to be a for sure thing and not just, oh, we'll do it. And then nothing, don't call me, and so, and I'm super fine with that because it's shown that there's a respect, man. If, I think people know me now that, hey, dude, freaking tell Jose something, we're going to follow through, man, because he follows through with me. And I do, man. If I tell you, man, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. If I tell you we're going to do this job or we're going to get it, I'm going to get it done for you. Why? Because I said it, and that's who I am. And I follow through with my word. So I don't break my word or my balls for nobody, so ask yourself that question, is that you? Are you a person that says, hey, I'll be there in an hour to pick you up? And yeah, I'm going to buy lunch. I'm going to or we're going out to dinner. It's on me. So you say 5 p.m. So you're waiting. So that person is waiting. It's 5:30. And then you're like, and the person texts you like, hey dude, you coming? Cause it's 5:30, about half an hour late. Oh yeah, I'm on my way. I forgot I'll be there in 10 minutes. And then that 10 minutes turns into 40 minutes. If this is you, slap yourself. Or if this has happened to you, text that person a slap emoji. Because this has happened to me, it's happened to my wife, it's happened to a lot of people that I know. And I know it's minute, I know it's little. But once you like crack open that door and you peek through it and you're like, it's just like one little thing. Then you open the door a little more, then eventually that little thing grows into just, you have no integrity, you have no character, you have no trustworthy, you're not reliable. And that's a crappy person to be, man. So when you find yourself making all these empty promises or not following through your word, man, you're putting yourself in a category of don't trust that dirtbag. He says this, she says that. Don't believe him. Because that's going to be the word about you. That's going to be, because believe me, I know. Again, I'm speaking from experience. So think about that. Put that in your thought. Put that in your brain. Ask yourself, that's me. Am I a person that says, oh yeah, I'll be there, I want to do that, and not show up? Then you're going to be like, yeah, well, you're that person that we stop calling, and you wonder why people don't call you. Because they invite you and you don't show up and you say, oh yeah, I'll be there, I promise, and nothing. So I don't know, maybe I'm taking it too serious or too deep, but man, my word is my word, from the little to the biggest, man. Because I never want to compromise my character. I never want to compromise my integrity, my word. That's just me. I'm not trying to tell you guys how to live. I'm not trying to tell you guys how to be. I'm just kind of giving you guys, like you said, you can't make a horse drink, but you can take him to water or something. I may have murdered that, but I don't know. And then on top of that, when you call somebody out on their word, when you call somebody out, you hear excuses. And that is one thing I hate, are excuses, man. I had this one situation legit happen. And, me and this person is cool. We're good. He eventually apologized, but some things were said behind my back, and he was caught. And I'm not going to say how, but it was like hardcore evidence, because there was things he said about me and my business. And it wasn't just intentional to hurt, or just it was said behind my back, and I wasn't there to really, not so much defend myself, but cover my name, cover my business, So after I texted this person and told him what happened, he called me and we got into it. And all he kept making was excuse after excuse. Well, I meant to say like this. I did this. I said that. I stand by what I say. It's like, well, did you say it? Yeah. I was like, then when you say my name and when you speak about me, man, make sure it's in a positive way, because in many ways, in how I interpreted what you said, and really what you blatantly said, is that you're making me look bad. Well, I didn't mean it like that. Well, it's like, then why'd you say it? And then he kept doubling down on these excuses. And all I told him was like, look, man, I'm not mad at you. All I'm trying to let you know is recognize, did you say what you said? Yes or no? He's like, yeah. I was like, don't speak about me like that ever again. I said, that's all I'm trying to tell you. If you recognize what you said, man, and know that you said it, if you didn't mean anything by it, then what do you got to say? And he was like, oh. He's also, you're not mad at me that I said that? I was like, nah, man, I was hurt because I thought we were on a different level. I was like, but dude, you're my boy, man. We've never had an issue. This is our first issue, and we've known each other almost our whole lives. He's like, yo, man, I'm sorry, dude. I shouldn't. Yeah, you're right. I apologize. Yeah, I won't. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. So all that to make an excuse, to finally realize, yeah. And I think a lot of people don't like to be called out on their word. There's a lot of double standard. There's a lot of excuses to cover that double standard. And I mean, that's a whole different topic, but again, another good example, something small. I had like this irritating day. So me and the family went to go get some McDonald's because, we were hungry. And yes, I know it's not healthy. Your boy's getting thick. But we're at McDonald's. I knew it was the rush lunch hour, man, because it was like 1:00. So we walk in, we get our food. And after we get our food, we sit down. We try to sit down, and nowhere in this restaurant at McDonald's, there was nowhere to sit because everything was dirty. People left their wrappers, their food, their drinks, crumbs, filth. And I'm like, where do we sit? So I told Kaylani, I was like, Kaylani, go get one of the workers, see if we can come get this cleaned. So I'm sitting there. Of course, I'm irritated, and I'm being like a Karen and Darren over here, so I'm guilty of that. But I was like, yo, man, this is not a good look, man. We're trying to eat and chill, man. I'm a customer here, man, and customers deserve to be treated right. Yes or no? He's like, well, we just had this, lunch rush and all this and just lunch hour and just blah, 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 and just made these excuses. I was like, dude, all you're doing is making excuses, man. I know it's just burgers and fries, but you're making excuses. This is a business establishment. McDonald's owns this. They're a major corporation. And all you did was gave me excuses. You should have just said, my apologies, sir. I'm going to get this cleaned up right now. Give me a second. I apologize. I'll get it done. That's it. No excuse. So I use that opportunity to teach my kids. It's like, what if I am a business owner. I'm finna be a millionaire soon, very soon. But as such, if I was looking to hire somebody just to bless somebody, maybe like this individual, and I heard the excuse, I wouldn't hire him. So I told my kids, you guys, you know what? When you make a mistake or when you said something, you've done something, don't try to make an excuse. Correct it. Fix it. Own it. And I used that moment as a teachable moment. And, my kids are very attentive. They're very aware. And so I think to kind of bring this all full circle, what are we saying? You know, what are our actions saying? You know, because sometimes, not sometimes, but many times when you say something and people just think, that's so-and-so. That's so-and-so. And if you're known as, that's so-and-so, then that's a problem. You know, and if you don't care, there's nothing I can do for you. Maybe that's why you're not my inner circle. You know, and I think to find another full script on, like a flip script on it too, man, it's like as your words, man, your words become who you are. You know, when you keep speaking these lies, you know, you double down on this. It's weird how people can live with themselves that way. I feel like that's what's the sketchy part. You know, I had an event I covered for one of my clients, and I ran into somebody that I didn't care for much. You know, I don't hate the guy. Hate's not in me, because I can tell you 100% I do not hate anybody, even my worstest of enemies, if that's a word, worstest. Because hate's not in me, man. I don't like that feeling. I don't like what it does. I don't like how it locks you down, man, and imprisons you. You know, because I've lived that world. But when I saw this person, man, this dude hurt me, man. This dude's done a lot of stuff. He lied about me, preached about me, made shit up, you know, and just disrespected me. And I saw him, and he looked at me. He's like, "Hey, brother," and just like none of that happened. And it's like, dude, do you not know what you've done? Do you not know what you've done to not just me, but thousands and other people that's come through your church and ministry? And you want to come at me like this? You know, and it's not so much I'm holding it. It's just, to me, it's like, it's weird how people can just live with themselves. Knowingly they've done that. And or if they're that prideful and arrogant and narcissistic, how do they live with themselves that way? Because again, it's more than just saying, it's how you treat people. You know, so again, that's kind of where I think it comes full circle. Like, there's things in my life, man, now that I don't break my word or my balls for nobody. And I've done that. I broke my word. I broke my balls for people, especially this dude. You know, and I didn't pay him no mind. I just gave him, I didn't want to give him a hug, but I didn't want to be that guy, but kind of gave one of them sideways and, "Hey, how you been?" I was like, "I'm good, man. I'm going this way," and walked away from him. Because again, I got to control my controllables. So again, what my point is that when people can say things and not follow through, when people can say things to people to hurt them, and they have, I don't know what it is, but they have this thing where they can just go home and live with themselves like they've never said it and done it. You know, or have podcasts and act like they're the victim. It's like, dude, you're the clown. I'm not perfect. But I know I do everything I can, man, to keep my slate clean. I do anything and everything I can to make sure I make it right. And I can count on numerous occasions, especially when it comes to the last podcast with Unfiltered. I try to make it right. But nope. It got violent. I almost got hit. I felt like I was confrontational, talking about I'm a demon, you're about to let the demon out, and the dude's worship pastor sitting right there, and he can go on his own little podcast and talk about God and Jesus and cuss me out, but worship God the next day. Again, it's like, how do you live with yourself that way? I'm not even trying to cast shade or not, man. I'm just talking about when you put yourself out there, you're going to be in the spotlight, like me here. I may catch some heat for saying that. I don't care. I'm not perfect. I don't act like I am, but I'm down to talk about this stuff. Why? Because I've been there, man. I've been guilty of treating people wrong, and I've had it come full circle on me, man, and smack me right in the face. And it was deserving. So I've learned from it. But when you can outright ignore it and just live with yourself that way, especially if you have like a family, wife, kids, and you can sit there and look them in their face and they just know, dude, yeah. It's just like this person, this pastor that tried to hug me. It's like, dude, I know for a fact that your wife does not like the way you are, but she's stuck. She won't say it because her position is to submit because you're that type of narcissistic prick to say and do that and make her feel that way. But I'll say it. That's kind of my problem, is that I'll say it. But I think now more than ever, I'm careful how I say things. I'll talk about my feelings here. I'll talk about certain situations only because I know that people that listen and support us are in the same boat, or they know of somebody. And they're like, yo, thank you for helping me, man, because now I know how to approach that situation. And it all comes back and it starts back with you as a person and your word. What you said, what you've promised, what you said you'll do, follow through. And if you don't, and if it comes with excuses, if you make excuses, you make an ass out of yourself. That's it. And I've made an ass of myself many a times. Raise your hand if that's you. If you're sitting in your car, raise your hand. Raise both your hands if you're driving. And just step on the gas. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But no, I'm serious. Raise your hand, man. I cringe every time. And I don't like that feeling. So I can't live with myself. I'm being that guy. Because I have my family. I have my son, especially as a man, as a father. I want to be a man of my word. And I want my son to follow suit. You know, my daughters to know and recognize a man in their life, that there's a man of his word, a man of integrity, character, honor, not perfection. If you guys are all, you think Jose's, think he's perfect or he's this, he's that, he has a podcast, how whatever you want, blah, blah, blah. You guys are missing the point. The point is I choose to better myself and accept the fact that I'm a human, but I don't want to repeat the same mistakes. I want to grow because I've been guilty of repeating and I've set back my life. But like I've said before, man, those setbacks, man, never determined my comeback, and your boy's coming back now. The comeback is real. And I think that's what I love about the podcast. I think I love about this show is that I'm able to put this content out, man, and look people in the face. I'm like, dude, I'm that guy, man. When these cameras off, I'm that guy. I'm still this guy. Man, I'm a little bit too serious, but life's serious, man. And there's people that need help. They need direction. They need support. That's what I want to be. I don't want to go viral. I don't want to go try to be some kind of way on social media and pin certain millions of views. I don't give a shit about that. I don't. I want to put out great content, which we do. I want to have on great guests, which we do. I want to support local businesses and great people, which we do. That's it. I want to make a real life impact in person in my community, not on social media, man. Social media is a great platforms. They are great platforms. But that's not real, man. I don't care about having millions of views and going viral. That's stupid to me. Eventually probably will, but that's not my goal, man. That's not my focus. When I started Still Here, we started bare bones minimum, easy. There's no hard work, no labor, struggle. There's none of that. I didn't start nothing online, church or whatever, and get some 20,000 view or followers on Instagram, and that you get tired of doing that, so you quit that and you change the name to a clothing brand to take that clout of that following. Then that doesn't work, and then you start a podcast with that same account, which in actuality you really didn't grow it. Just try to go viral. It's not me, man. Nah, man, I'm not. That's not me. I'll never want to be that guy. I don't care. Because again, I'm very intentional with my growth. I'm intentional with my directions or direction where to go. So I look to that now, man. I focus on that. And I believe you guys should too. Really do. Watch your life change. Watch your environment. Watch your surroundings change. Watch your circle shrink. Man, if I thought I shrank my circle, but last year, man, my circle now, very small. And there's a huge reason for that. Because there's a lot of people that said, oh, let's do this, Jose. I want to do this. We're doing this. You're like family. You're like this. You're like that. And don't follow through. Well, it's not what you said, man. Then they get mad. It's like, oh, well, why you trying to hold that up? It's what you said. Does your word not mean anything? So that's kind of where I'm at, and it's, again, I'm good with that. I'm good with my circle being small. I'm good having these conversations, these topics on the pod, because the people we attract are real people, real. Like, we hear that word getting tossed to and fro online, all these songs, all these podcasts, all this, whatever. But it's not. You try to talk to that same person in real life, man, they're not the same people. Good example, man. I work in the news world. One of the biggest questions I got asked all the time, hey, is Kopi the same person he is on TV in real life? I'm like, dude, if not, Kopi's more down to earth in person. But there are some anchors, there are some fake reporters, there are some people that want to act like they're approachable online or on air, on this, whatever, but in person, man, they're shitbags, dude. They're douchebags. Pricks, arrogant pricks, man. Narcissistic, man. It's the worst. Man, I almost slapped some reporter dudes, a couple of them, man, just because how stupid they were trying to get with me, thinking they're better than me. An anchor, it's like, I can't live with myself that way, man. I can't, man. And this is me. You guys are hearing me talk. You guys are hearing me vent. You guys are hearing my heart. And I hope this connects with your heart. I hope this tugs on the strings of your heart. I feel like that's it. Because, again, this ain't no fad, man. This ain't no... Man, this is something different, man. This is real. And I'm going to keep pushing this out. I think my life, the evidence, the fruit speaks for itself. I don't worry about people talking about me. My word is my bond. That's it. I make no excuses. I had one of my clients tell me, yo, this video has this typo, this mistake, da-da-da. You need a proofread. So I was like, I'll fix it. I'll correct it. I make no excuse for my error. I own it. I'll continue to own it. I just got to make sure I don't put myself in stupid situations to be like, dang it, I apologize. Dang, I hit on your girl, when I was drunk, and I know I'm married and I know this. Embarrassing, I know. So I'm trying to avoid those type of situations now because it's not good. Not a good look, especially when you have a show like this that wants to encourage and help people when you can't even help yourself. What is that called? A hypocrite. I've been there. And I don't want to go back to that. Because I want to live with myself and be okay with that. And I hope you guys do too. Well, that's it. Season 2, episode 2. Got deep quick. Man, we had a great time, man, with Micah D'Ailey and his team that came by, Duffy and his wife. Man, you guys go check out that podcast again. That was hilarious. Seriously, man, it was a fun podcast. It's kind of hard to interview a host when all he wants to do is talk. Because I'm a host, that's all I want to do is talk. But check out that pod, man. That's dope. That's exciting, man. We got some podcasts coming, man. You guys are going to love and enjoy. Stay tuned, man. Don't get tuned out. You guys, you know what? Please go support us, man. Please support this because we want to help people, man. We want to get out there. We want to make this to where people can come, get content, get something to show, hey, we were on this show. We want people to promote themselves, man, and we want to help people promote them. So support us. Buy our merch. I'm serious. Buy our merch. We have some merch. We have some Soul Train Vibe hats still for sale. We have our Soul Train Vibe shirts, New Era. We have our Still Here podcast shirts, New Era brand. And we have a few more of these tans and greens and tank top, Still Here podcast, Still Here military, supporting our military bros and sisters out there. Support us. Show us some love, man. Keep this thing going. Love to have you guys on. If you have a dope story, let's talk about it, man. Not be about it. Or how's it say? Talk about it. Be about it. Let's be about it, man. That's all I can say. But again, thank you guys for your support. Thank you for your love, man. Stay tuned for season 2. Season 2 is happening. It's going down, man. We are doing more remote podcasts. We got some dope events coming up. We got some possible celebrity fighters, UFC fighters coming on. Just going to put it out there. And I'm not saying with who yet, but man, it's happening, man. We're not just in the Central Valley, man. We're going to go national, worldwide, but personally, not viral, but personally. We're going to meet people personally and connect real with real. Real, recognize real. That's all I want to say. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. You guys are beautiful. You guys are gorgeous. I take after your guys' beautiful, handsome, gorgeousness, because this takes a lot of work, and I take after you guys, my beautiful viewers, supporters, man. I love the hell out of you guys. All of y'all. You guys stay tuned for next week. I love you. We'll see you guys soon. Bye.